Welcome back to Beyond the Surface. In our last episode, we began to unmask the dark reality of modern slavery, an ugly truth many of us believed ended centuries ago. Yet, it lives among us every single day. Today, in part 2, we're going deeper, not just into the problem, but into the people, the survivors, the system, and the silent cries that echo in our everyday lives. When we think of slavery, we imagine chains, whip, and field. But the modern version, it looks like a young woman cleaning her house she's not allowed to leave, a boy stitching clothes in a factory for brands he can't afford, a girl promised a modeling job but forced into a hotel room instead. It is not history, it is now. According to the International Labour Organization, over 50 million people worldwide are trapped in modern slavery, forced labor, human trafficking, sexual exploitation, and domestic servitude. And here is what hurts most. Many of them are children, and many of them are women and men, and many are never found. Let me tell you a story, not a fictional one, a reflection of thousands of real ones. There is a girl, we're gonna call her Amina. She's from West Africa. At 15, a man promised her parent education and opportunity in Europe. Instead, she found herself locked in a stranger's home, forced to work 18 hours a day, beaten when she made mistakes, and told if she escaped, her family would pay the price. For years, she lived in silence, until one day, she found the courage to whisper to her neighbor, "I am not free." That whisper saved her life. But how many others never get to whisper at all? Modern slavery thrives in silence, but also in our system. It hides in our global supply chain, our domestic labor market, even in the digital world. Traffickers use social media to recruit victims. Companies cut costs without checking where the products come from. Government passes laws but rarely enforce them. And sometimes, even our own ignorance plays a role. When we buy something very cheap, we rarely ask, who paid the real price? Awareness is the first chain we can break. And I may not own a factory or run a company, but we own our own choices. Here's what we can do. We need to learn the signs of trafficking. We also need to support organizations that rescues and rehabilitate the victims. We need to refuse to buy from brands with no transparency in their labor practices. We need to speak up. Speak up when something feels wrong, whether it is an online ad or a neighbor situation or a job that looks too good to be true. Because silence protects the abuser and voice saves the abused. For every heartbreaking story, there is also a story of resilience. Survivors who rebuild their lives, who go on to advocate, educate, and heal others. Amina, the girl we mentioned, now works with an NGO helping trafficked girls regain their freedom. She says, "They tried to break me, but they forgot. You can't change the human spirit forever." That is what gives me hope. That even in the darkness, there is a light fighting back. As we end this episode, I want you to remember, modern slavery isn't someone else's problem. It is a human problem. A silent war against dignity and freedom. And as long as one person remains enslaved, none of us are truly free. Thank you for listening to Beyond the Surface with Leah Ramsey. And if this episode moved you, share it. Start a conversation because awareness spreads faster than silence.